All right, y'all. So let's talk about this. So as you can see, a young man was flossing and high signing and showing off and whatever you want to call it before he go to his prom. Stacks of money, showing it off to everybody. Now I know a lot of ignorant, a lot of immature people, a lot of foolish people would say, "Oh man, but he just having fun." You know what I'm saying? He ain't hurting nobody. He's just having fun. Well, you have to be foolish to not understand. People don't like to see you having fun that way. You see what that says? He's in a government housing building, right? A government housing complex. And he's out there showing off. This is an easy way to get your life taken. Easy way. You know why people pull the trigger? Of course, because they're evil as hell, right? Take something that don't belong to them. They're thieves. Or they're just trying to survive, right? You can throw that excuse in there too, right? They don't want a risk of getting caught. You saw my face or somebody saw me, they might know who I am. Cops come get me or this person come back with people. Like, I don't care if he's cool with everybody outside or the majority of people or however it go. A lot of times, especially with people around you don't have the same kind of money, and you in a housing authority. You're in a housing authority. What do you do for a living that you that age, right? You got that kind of money. Maybe he's a gamer, he streams, or he does, maybe. My point is, what's the purpose of you walking around doing this? And, right? A lot of times you see people get money, they be out there handing money to people. Helping, looking out for certain people. Now, I'm not saying that's what he has to do, but what I'm saying is you got to be foolish. Where's the parenting at? What is his life like? I don't know. But this is an easy way for you to lose your life. All out there showing off about some money, man. That is not the way to go. That is not the way to go. I say this kind of stuff all the time, man. And, when I was a kid, or should I say more of a young teenager, I didn't like nobody calling me a kid by the time I was 13, really. I ain't like that. Tell people, well, I'm a young man, I'm not a kid, I'm not a goat. Stop calling me a kid, right? I didn't like that. But my father used to tell me, he said, listen to me. You coming from the store, you going to the store, you going to it, coming from a bank, he said, anywhere. Don't walk outside counting money. He said, you make sure your money is put up secure in your pocket, whatever. He said, you keep your eyes open, because if you got to fight for it, or whatever may happen, he said, you want to be prepared. A lot of people get caught like that. And you remember how they used to have back in the 90s, they used to have ATM machines all over the streets. You walk down the street, ATM, man, people sitting right there waiting. And some people had a routine. They go to the ATM at the same time, all the time. Somebody take notice there. Hey, yo, you see that dude right there? Yo, he always at the ATM, yo. Yo, this and this and this and that, right? Or, yo, every Wednesday, 8 o'clock, he come right, or whatever. Every Friday, 8 o'clock, this, that, whatever. Hey, somebody get you. They used to get it was all over the news all the time. Every time you turn around, somebody getting robbed at the ATM. So then they started making the ATMs where you could go into the bank and you could go in that first door. Now, the crazy thing was, it's not like you had some kind of card or something to buzz yourself in. The door was just open. You just couldn't go in the bank. Inside where the bank tells it all would be, but you could go like that first little hallway where the ATM is. Somebody could just wait for you to come out. So it was one of these things where safety's first, right? So they started putting the ATM at the drive-thrus. But yeah, I remember my pop telling me that when I was a teenager, and I always took heed to that. Man, I seen people slipping all the time, man. Most people don't walk with some type of weapon on, anything, a gun, a knife, a baseball, but whatever. Most people don't. So mace, bear spray, peppers, whatever. They just walk freely, flip-flops on their feet, not thinking about anything. And this type of video, the thing is, what's the purpose of you putting it up on social media? See, here's the thing about the young brain, the immature brain. First off, you're showing off, for sure. But let's say if his message was, hey, we getting money over here. You living in a housing authority, which means there's a certain income you have to be able to qualify. You could have people, and you going to a prom, which means he's a minor. You can have people at your mama's door, your daddy's, whoever you live with, however, just you can cause all kinds of problems. What's the purpose? That's like rubbing it in. Look, I got money. Aha, nanny, look at me. There's always somebody out there that's just waiting to catch somebody slipping. And then it's easy money. You know, I know a couple of people used to do that. Music videos and all that. I'm like, why you always doing that in your videos, though? Flashing money when you really struggling. But y'all get money and y'all do what y'all doing. Like, if that's the case, then help your mom and dad with the bills. You know what I'm saying? You out here running around doing illegal stuff to make money. You know, I mean, you know, we do shows and stuff, and right, you ain't doing nothing to help your family. But you out here, every video, stacks some money up, diamonds all in your teeth. And the same situation. You live in the poorest neighborhood. You live in a housing complex. You live in, and you know, this, you got to always understand something, man. There's always some jealous person, some envious person around. And you know this right now. A lack of material things causes people to do a lot of stupid things. A lack of money, same thing. And on top of that, when females pay you attention because you have some money, you have some material things. For the person that don't have it, it could be somebody you think is your friend. Stab you in the back quick. You could think he all that. Look at this guy flossing, stool, y'all. Flashing money. What's the purpose of that? Dancing. They don't learn. It's dancing, showing them. That's what he was doing in the video. Just dancing and showing. I would post a video, but you know YouTube with that whole, you know, it violates community guidelines, whatever nonsense. Which, by the way, let me say this to you guys. I don't know what's up with YouTube, what the hell is going on with them, but just so you guys know, I try to respond to your comments, and a lot of times, this YouTube thing keeps happening, or there was a problem with the message or something. Like it's like something is wrong where I can't respond to you guys. You understand what I mean? It used to be a thing where they'll put a certain bracket of words that you, like, nah. Now it's just like there's always some type of incorrect, so just something going wrong, like a computer some type of failure. I'm thinking that's on purpose. I don't think that's no damn failure. YouTube is failing to let you talk to your audience. You know, so when I don't respond, guys, it's not because I'm not responding to you. Something going on with this YouTube nonsense. So keep putting your messages up, and you know, I'll like your messages, and a lot of times I'll like the message, and then maybe, you know, later on I'll respond. It depends on where I'm at, what I'm doing, and you know, sometimes, most of the time, I want to go. But yeah, so YouTube is doing this nonsense. So yeah, anyway, but yeah, you out here flashing your money. You know, people get robbed that way all the time. Walking, just money in their hands, standing around, stick money, big stacks of money in their pockets, and they just walking around like that. And it's like, why are you, you know, that's dumb enough. You by yourself, you don't, like I said, you don't have a weapon if something happens. But then too, when you start flashing it, what's the purpose of that? Young and dumb, inexperienced, immature. But again, where's the parenting? I mean, that could have something to do with it. For all we know, the parents could have been standing right there. Who knows? Like I said, everybody, they just having fun. They just having fun. You know, I wonder. I don't even wonder. I can see. I don't wonder. I can see. You know, I don't know everybody in the world. So let's say there's people that have learned things just from hearing or seeing what happened to other people to not do certain things, but most people don't. They can talk about what happened with Pac, why Pac got, you know, his life taken. What happened with Big, why his life got taken. What happened with Big L, what happened. We can go down the line with all these people, right? And I'm willing to guarantee you, most people don't learn lessons. They just hear about things. If anything, they think, oh, that nigga was stupid. If that was me, you know, I'd have did this, I'd have did, you know. And they just think they got the master plan for something stupid. This is a sure way to get robbed right here, though, man. This is a sure way to get your life taken over nothing. And the thing is, you never know in life who don't like you. I've met several people who would speak to me. Hey, how you doing? This and that. Oh, I seen you the other day. Such and such. I don't remember seeing these people, but they saw me somewhere. So I'm always eye contact, and so I can remember their faces because I don't know this person. I don't remember seeing this person, right? But oh yeah, now it's usually females, But I had a couple people say things like, like they saw me somewhere, or like they'll speak to me like they're familiar with me because they see my face. And it obviously must be people in the crowds and stuff like that. And it's usually like a supermarket or a mall or something like that. You know what I mean? But like I pay attention once they get my attention. Like, okay. Because you never know. Well, people, my point, because people pay attention to you when you're not paying attention to them. And the same way somebody might not have any ill will towards you, a lot of people do. And you living around a bunch of poor, broke people, and you out in the parking lot flossing. Not smart, man. Not smart. Not wise. These are the type of videos that somebody put up. Then all of a sudden, some time go by, and you hear about something happening to a person, and they'll go back to the original video of what went viral with them doing things like that. Don't know what kind of person he is. Don't know if he's a good person, bad person, but that's definitely a dumb thing he's doing right there, man. You don't want to get yourself marked off in real life. You don't want to end up in a position where you used to be here and you still young. We got to shoot that idea down. Yeah, you got to shoot that down, man. Stop it, y'all. Value your life. Your life is not worth no damn money. It's not worth material things. What you have is what you have. Guys, and in the housing authorities, damn near everybody, almost everywhere I've been, almost everyone I see, people got bars up on their windows, on their doors. Yeah, people see you, oh, they just bought a 100-inch TV. Oh, he got the Xbox and the PS5. Oh, yo, they just got a whole new rhythm. Yeah, because you want to come home from work and your stuff's still there. It's as simple as that. So when you stand out there, don't take a second to, put a gun in your head, take your money, or blow your brains out, then take your money or whatever. Because you out here showing everybody, look at what I got. So, just say, smarten up. Smarten up. People watching this video, that's not what you want to do. And that's part of the biggest problem is people don't know how to say, stop. Don't do that. We're not doing that right there. You see that right there? We don't follow that. That's dumb what they're doing. Don't do that right there. Don't put yourself in that situation. Don't put me in that situation. Don't put your family in that situation, the people around you. Because you out here, don't get me wrong, it doesn't make it right for anybody to try to rob you. We all know that. Doesn't make it right for anybody to try to take your life. We all know that. That doesn't mean that they don't, right? These things happen. Don't put yourself in that vulnerable position, man. So anyway, we're going to get our boogie onto this video. All right. And that's all I got for y'all. I'll catch y'all on the next video.